Hey everybody, what's up? Yeah, it's a little after 12. Well, I guess more than after 12. I'm not gonna check. I don't want to dig out the iPod just yet, but pretty sure it's a little it's about 12:30 at most. Let's just put it down. So yeah, a little peaceful, cars going by and everything, but as you can see up there, I'm trying to hook my thing back in. Hold on for a second. There we go. Sorry about that, but as I said, as the title says up above here on this video, a lot of people, kind of respond. Well, not a lot of people, but some people responded to my video where I asked the question of, is Mecha Sally losing popularity? The reason I asked that is because of what somebody asked on DeviantArt. Now, one of the people that I mentioned in there, called Ace of Speed 8 I think, thanked me for doing the video and mentioning it. Because when you think about it, and Ace of Speed 8, if you need to know, is a very talented artist. You can check them out. They're just like, they're kind of almost, basically the very talented artists, just like Darth, Omni Shadow, and Jay Foxfire, and everybody I've mentioned before. But, and I'm sorry about the wind if you can't hear me because of the wind. But, again, they thanked me for doing the video and mentioning them, because when I put the link to the picture that they did, the Enchantress Mecha Sally Queen, or whatever it was. Now, again, to kind of look at it in a sense, as I mentioned in the previous video, that this is sort of an update to, Ian Flynn, according to Ace of Speed 8, can't really do anything with that picture because that'd be stealing, and that's against everything he stands for in RG Comics standpoint. I mean, I'm sure he's probably Ace of Speed 8, and Ace of Speed 8, don't take this the wrong way. He probably thinks, Ian Flynn might do something similar to it, but hopes that he doesn't. You see, there's a lot of people that look at that picture by Ace of Speed 8, and they're hoping that Ian Flynn doesn't go in that kind of direction. I mean, rumor has it, apparently, that Sonic Heroes, the game Sonic Heroes, is supposed to get an adaptation real soon. Yeah, go figure. Hold on a little more. Alright, sorry about that. I didn't want people to think I was filming them or anything. I didn't want people to say anything. But like I said, there's a lot of folks that hope Ian Flynn doesn't go in that direction. Because like I was trying to mention, Sonic Heroes, according to a rumor, the video game, is supposed to finally get an RC Comics adaptation. Now, the reason someone mentioned, I don't know, I can't remember who mentioned this, but somebody said this was rumored to happen. And I think there's been some reports that are denying it, and some reports I think that are saying it's still going to happen in some way. But the reason I say that is because the picture that I talked about, is what many fans hope Ian doesn't do with Sally. Like, if he's going to do a Sonic Heroes adaptation, he hopes he doesn't loosely base it off Sonic. They hope he doesn't loosely base it off Sonic Heroes and then put Sally in her mecha form in the position that Metal Sonic was in. or Mecha Sonic, or whatever you call it. Now, honestly, I don't know what Ian's going to do, but I don't think he'll go that far. But, to get back on what that video was about, is she losing popularity? I can't, again, just like I mentioned there, I can't really say yay or nay. I mean, you see artwork about her, on DeviantArt and other places about her. I mean, Darth Harmony Shadow is doing like a few pics of her, pre-weaponized, weaponized, upgraded, weaponized, whatever you want to call it. He's doing it, and he does terrific work. I mean, I think if he was working with Archie Comics right now, he would have made it look more menacing as a mechanized, roboticized robot, or roboticized Mobian. So, but the point is, I don't think Ian Flynn's going to do something like this if he does. But like I said, you got fans out there that are constantly, constantly still drawing pics of Mecha Sally and everything. I mean, there are some people that are even drawing pictures, fan art of Sally herself fighting Mecha Sally, like fighting the Mecha Sally within her mind, fighting for control of her body. Now again, I'm not sure exactly where Ian would go with it if he was to do some similarities, but I don't know if he will or not. But again, I can't say whether or not she's losing her popularity. And the same could be said, and that's what this update's about, the same could be said for Sally herself. A lot of people are saying, people are talking more about Sally as her mecha self, mecha form, than they've ever talked about her before. Let me get something straight about this. It doesn't matter exactly, what form or what condition she's in. A character like Sally's always going to be, looked at, as she originally was. I mean, you have people drawing pictures of her as she was, drawing pictures of her, for what she may look like afterwards. Some are drawing her in other role-playing, in other character costumes. I mean, yeah, she's still very much, the regular version of her is still very, very popular, believe it or not. And some even at certain message boards have said, look, we don't really dislike her. We just don't like the way certain people have written her. And that's understandable. It's understandable to feel that way. But the thing is, there's not much you can really do about that now. I mean, yeah, a lot of people will say Ian Flynn is helping her out, is making her better, is making her redeem herself. And you know what? That might be true. It probably is, in the eyes of some. Past the skate park here. Skate park there, but again, you have people drawing her the way she was, drawing her on what they might think she will look like afterwards, drawing her in different character costumes. It's like, I look at this and I'm thinking she has not really lost her popularity at all. She's still as popular as she ever was. As a matter of fact, in the views of some, they even feel that what's happened with her in the comics has made her original form even more popular than it has ever been. And it's like I was saying before, I had to go by the skate park there. There are some people at certain message boards that have said, look, we don't really hate Sally, we just don't like the way she was written. And as I was trying to say before I went past the skate park, just because Sally was written that way, there's not really much you can do. And even though some people are saying, hey, Ian Flynn has redeemed her in what he's done in his writing, hey, that's probably true in the eyes of many. That's probably true in the eyes of many, but the thing is, some may disagree with that. But the point I'm trying to make is, how can a character like Sally lose her popularity because she got over her mechanized self, if people are still drawing her as she was, drawing her as what she'll look like afterwards, drawing her in other character costumes, heck, even going as far as to write stories and have pictures drawn to connect with those stories where she's an elastic being, in other words, or has the power of elasticity, in other words, rubbery form, shape-shifting kind of deal. If her original appearance was losing popularity, her original self's popularity, what does that tell you? Those fan arts and fan fictions and stuff that I even mentioned, what does that tell you? It tells you she's still as popular as she ever was. And again, like I said, in the honest opinion of some out there, some believe that her going through this made her original self more popular and more relevant. So, to be honest with you, I don't know if Mecha Sally's losing popularity or not, and I can't really say, and I can't really say whether or not the original Sally's original form and appearance is losing popularity, because both sides don't look like they're losing anything. But the end result, my friends, will be whenever this arc comes to an end, and like I said, whenever this arc comes to an end, and whether or not Sally is restored or not. And the reason I say or not, again, is because you got to play the game. You see the way this... You see this whole play the game deal? Every time I say that, it's for a reason. This whole asking of Mecha Sally losing popularity, Sally losing popularity or not, it's all because you're playing Ian's game. And it's a game that he and Paul have you guys, continuously doing it's basically a guessing game with them. They're making you guess and wonder whether or not she'll stay the way she is or she'll return. We don't know. But again, going back to the point of these questions, I can't say whether yay or nay either Mecha Sally's mecha form, or her regular form are losing popularity or not. I mean, you look at places like DeviantArt and everything, and it's all up in the air sometimes. So I can't say whether yay or nay. But that's all I'm going to say right now, and I'll talk to you all next time. Comment down below, and this has been an update video on Is Mecha losing popularity?